You know what? This has been a video 2 years in the making. This was made before I even started using my YouTube channel to make actual YouTube videos. I finally saw Superman, Man of Steel. I finally saw Man of Steel. And I thought I'd give you guys my opinion on it. Not necessarily a review, more my opinion and how I think Superman versus Batman, or Batman versus Superman, whatever it's called, is going to be, in my opinion. Now, obviously it's Superman's origin story and how he fights Zod and saves the world. Everyone knows that story. It's basically the old one from the 70s. So, I don't know if that's a spoiler or not. I will link spoilers anyway, potential spoilers. But it's been around for 2 years. If you haven't seen it, you haven't seen it. Anyway, so I find it okay. It wasn't bad. He wasn't good either. I mean, it had good points, but it also had some pretty bad points, especially when one of the Kryptons were talking about how evolution always wins. I found that to be a bit anti-atheist in a way, because she was sounding all like bloody fascist, and how the religious think that we sound... Oh, excuse me. And that, Superman's seen to believe in God and he visits a church. And he's a very messianic figure in the thing. Maybe I'm looking too much into that, but I didn't like it. I didn't like that bit. And I found it a bit too overlong as well. 2.5 hours is a bit too much. I mean, the credits themselves are like 10 minutes long. So, I mean, I don't know. I thought Henry Cavill's a good Superman. I wasn't struck on Zod. I think it was a very different Zod. I think this Zod had a lot more of a reason to be, fighting Superman and trying to terraform the Earth. I'm not sure I was as convinced by the guy who played Zod. I forgot who played Zod. I thought the original was far better. He was much more of a villain. This one was a bit more misunderstood. And perhaps, I don't know, I think too much willing to commit genocide, but you can see why, because that's what he was trained to do, to fight and defend Krypton and to put the survival of his race. Now, a lot of people also found some problems with the fight scenes, basically destroying the entire of Metropolis, and basically, the collateral damage that Superman and Zod had wreaked upon Metropolis. And I have to say, I agree with some and disagree with others. I think not all of the damage Superman could have, prevented, especially when it was Zod throwing him into and the other enemies were throwing him into the buildings and destroying things. There's not a lot he could have done there. He can't save everyone. It's in the comics. Like, he can hear people dying miles away, but he can only save either this person or that person. So, he can't help it if he's been punched into the ground by a crazy person. But he definitely could have helped, potentially not throwing Zod into these big skyscrapers, killing loads of people. I think some of it lies to Superman, but also I think I can buy this is a young, inexperienced Superman, but the film shows him to be saving people long before he becomes Superman proper, so he must have learned a thing or two about being a superhero during those times, right? Like learning about collateral damage and how to beat people the right way. But we'll see that Superman arrive in Batman vs Superman. Now, some of the cinematography irked me a bit. It was like watching a Mass Effect cutscene. Like, in the space and in some fight scenes, Zack Snyder, even though he's really good at cinematography, like, he really knows how to, set up a fight scene, and like, some of the Kansas settings look really beautiful, especially with, there was one scene where it was raining and it was dripping into a bucket, and that was a very nice shot, and the fight scenes are well choreographed, but this is some of the camera work, that constant zooming in, like, he goes, there's a thing, zoom, and zoom, back like that. That annoyed me, the hell out of me, because it's something that happens all the bloody time in films like this. So, it's just, I don't know, that hurt me, and I thought it was highly unoriginal from Zack Snyder, but I think his vision's very interesting. It's very much more of a comic book style compared to Nolan, and a lot of people thinking because Nolan produced it, it's okay, this is Nolan's vision. I think it's very much Zack Snyder's vision. I don't think Nolan had much of an impact. This is very much Zack Snyder's thing. I think I'm gonna but in some ways it's kind of owes itself to the Nolan-verse Batman films. But I see it as like a football squad. You have a new manager and he inherits the old players of the old manager, and he'll add a few new players, but by and large that squad is still the old manager's squad. Then the season after, if he does well and he has his job still, because in football nowadays keeping your job is not as expected as it used to be. You know, it's a results-based game and industry, more so than it ever has been, and if you don't get the results you can be sacked within 6 months, let alone a year. So if he survives the axe and he does well, he can make the squad into his properly within the next season, the season after. So the way I see it is, this is the bedding in process for Zack Snyder, for the whole DC universe, basically. You know, this is them basically setting the formula. This is the foundation, and then they will build upon that. And I think it's looking bright. There were some good things about that film. The performances were good. I think I wanted to see more of Lawrence Fishburne, because his character was pretty damn cool. Lois Lane, she wasn't bad. She had a few moments, but by and large she was kind of just there. But I'm not saying that as a social justice kind of thing, you know, like, oh, she's a damsel, she's just scenery. No, she's not part of the mise en scène. No, she says Superman once, you know. If it weren't for her, you know, injecting Russell Crowe, they wouldn't help. Speaking of Russell Crowe, that was his best accent performance in quite a long time. Like, that was actually a good accent. I think he didn't have to use it, but you know, oh well, he was good. I liked it. I liked his performance. So more Fishburne, and I liked Russell Crowe. I think Henry Cavill, for a British guy, well, technically Channel Islander, but he is British. You know, fantastic Superman. He's up there with the best. It's definitely better than Superman Returns. Let's be honest, right? No matter if you hate this film, come on, it's better than that horrible trash that is Superman Returns. There's no annoying kid that crushes Lex Luthor. There's no, you know, it's just horrible, that film. Man of Steel, it's okay. It's on par with the run-of-the-mill Marvel film. You know, the Marvel films that are mostly mediocre, like, I don't know, Thor. You know, they have their good moments and they have their bad moments, but it's mostly just meh. You know, it's okay. I think this bodes well for Superman versus Batman, or Batman versus Superman, whatever. The trailer looked awesome. I mean, I'm more convinced about Ben Affleck and Wonder Woman. Not so much Jesse Eisenberg, although this is obviously now set in the origin for Lex Luthor, so he still has his hair. But you know, that's the only thing that I'm worried about, is him. Apart from that, it bodes well for the DC universe, because now we can see Zack Snyder implementing his vision, and it looks like a very good vision. I think it's definitely where DC need to take it, because I don't think a Nolan realistic kind of approach would work when it comes to the Justice League, and especially Superman, you know? See, I think my only gripe is also Superman killing. I don't know if he necessarily had to kill Zod. I mean, he could have just I guess he could have knocked him out cold. If he could break his neck, he could knock him unconscious. I mean, why didn't he just move his head up like that? I don't know. Didn't have to kill Zod. But, oh well, the bad guy has to die. But those are my thoughts about Man of Steel. I thought it was okay. It's good to, you know, watch a film and without the hype. And I think, you know what, it was a film with potential. It's not a classic. It could have been a classic. But Zack Snyder, for once, has made a good film. So, you know, at least for him, it's a good film. Personally, I thought it was okay. So, yeah, that's it. Bodes well for the future, because I think Batman vs Superman is going to be much better than that. Hands down. This is a bending in process. They're finding their feet. I think they'll learn from their mistakes, and we will see a much better film. Possibly a classic. You never know. So this has been Charming Man 93. Like and share the video. Subscribe to my channel, and I will see you later.